Hendrix here. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. I've been a matchmaker for over a decade, working with some of the most eligible people in the world. Usually you're on the dating apps because you want to meet the very best people, right? But people are showing up on the dating apps with their worst photos. You guys send me your profiles, and if I feel like I can help you, I'll choose somebody each and every week. I'm going to be doing a new profile. I'm going to go in. You're going to see the before. You're going to see the after. You're going to see why I chose what I chose. I'm even going to sprinkle in some dating advice because everybody needs it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and God knows you never know what I'm going to say. But what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. I'm so glad you were able to join me today.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So, and you sent me 3 of your dating app profiles. So tell us which dating apps or dating sites are you using, and which one of those 3 do you use the most?
I'm on Hinge, I'm on eHarmony, and I'm on Bumble.
Okay, great. And then, so then what do you find is like, what's your issue? What do you run into that's just not working?
Not matching a lot, and when I do match, it's sometimes a lot of phony, like ends up wanting money.
Oh, they end up wanting money?
Yes.
Wow. How soon do they start asking for money?
Probably couple weeks after communicating with them.
You have a great job, fair to say. You're a physician's assistant. You're educated. Yeah. Now, you're divorced, fair to say?
Correct.
How long have you been divorced?
A little over a year.
And you were married for how long?
21 years.
Wow, it's a long time. Let's tell everybody a little bit about your lifestyle, because I already know a little. You have a bunch of animals. Like, just tell everybody a little bit about you.
Like you said, I'm a physician assistant. Is my main job. I also volunteer on a fire department.
Oh, wow, that's great. See, this is nothing, because, obviously I've pre-looked at your profile, and then when we come back in a minute, everybody's going to see it. I would say that even this guy here, and I have some ideas too about a little makeover that we're going to do beyond your profile. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute, spring that on you. But I think that there's just so much. I'm excited to work with you because I think there's just so much that we can kind of finagle here to get you more swipes and better dates with the type of women you really want to meet,
Sounds good.
Okay, great. So when we come back, let's take a look at the profile that you're currently using. And we'll talk about what I see in that profile that could potentially not be working for you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, Mike, we're back.
Hi.
Hey, I can't wait to show everybody your profile that you're using, because here's the thing. You're not the only one that makes mistakes. The whole reason, honestly, that I'm doing this thing is because men and women, and there's shows coming up where I'm also going to be doing the profile makeovers for the women. It's everybody makes mistakes because we don't know what we don't know. And just because I've been doing this for so long, I just kind of have a little bit more of insight. You don't maybe factor in the type of women you're trying to attract when choosing your photos. You know what I mean? We just get very linear and go, oh, I like that photo of me, or I like that photo of me, not saying the person that I would like to attract, would they be attracted to that photo? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, on that note, you sent me 3 profiles, and I appreciate that very much. I actually decided to go with your Bumble profile because it was pretty straightforward and pretty simple. You have 3 pictures, and I do always say, one of my big things I say around here, Mike, is less is more. So on that end, you get bonus points because you did just put the 3 photos. But when I'm looking at your profile here, less is more, but they have to really be good photos, right? You don't, it's not just, oh, less is more, any old 3. We want to pick ones that not only are you going to look like, but also that paint you in the best light. And you've already told us you have animals, you're a volunteer firefighter, you're a physician's assistant, you have a graduate degree, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, you have a house, you have a life, you're a nice guy. Okay, so your first photo, and take a look at this. So you're 66, you're on Bumble. While I don't hate this photo where you've got, your shirt tucked in, it's black and white. That's an interesting choice. I want to talk about that in a second, but you're kind of looking up to the side and you're not smiling at all. And I don't know that it makes your body, I don't know if it's the best photo for your body necessarily. Again, I don't hate it. There's some photos, the next couple ones I might, but this one I don't hate. What was the decision though to go with the black and white and the fact that you're like looking off? What made you decide to choose that photo?
Everyone said that was my best photo.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't think so. All right. So then let's go to the next photo you have is the one that I always say it's the one where the woman's going to pause and have to ask herself, will I survive a date with this person? You know what I'm saying? So you're holding the gun. I don't know. It's one class where I'm going to say, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? So what were you thinking when you decided to say to yourself, I'm going to post this photo of me with a gun? What was the thinking behind that?
Action shot, and I'm just learning how to shoot. So
okay.
I'm taking lessons. So
okay. So anytime, because it is a super high way of dating on the dating apps, it's competitive. Even in Texas, I would imagine. And you never want a woman for even a second to ever have to say to herself, will I survive a date with this guy? You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
So for that reason, I probably will be ditching that photo. We'll probably just put that in the deep archives of that. Save that for friends. Share that with maybe a Christmas card. Anyway, okay, moving on to your next one. So on your next one, and then we'll get into your info, but on your next one now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's also not bad because you're in your suit with your arms folded. I will say you have a really nice smile and a cute laugh, and you can seem warmer, like even in the Zoom here, I'm getting that, but I'm not getting it from a lot of the photos here. And also when I zoom in, for some reason, it's a little blurry, but that might not be the case. So we'll revisit that. Now, when I read your details, the one thing that does kind of pop out and bugs me a little is that you put where it says about me, and you put ask ... right? So the thing is, you have to try harder than that. You know what I mean? You just have to make more of an effort. And I did see in some of your others where you're really into like growth and personal development. You even put that. You put that you're working to improve yourself. You said you will get along if you like fun, like to share. You're romantic. You can handle my puns. You're are compromising but strong, and are real and loyal. All right, that's great. I like that you say you're romantic. I like that you're into growth. Don't want to say it too terribly much. You don't want to put growth all over, because I mean, some people could take it as, God, this guy works on himself a lot. Now, working on yourself to some degree is great, but again, when you have a limited window of time with these ladies, you have to really, really be painting yourself in the most efficient way possible to get the kind of women that you want to meet. Fair?
Fair.
So one other thing that I did notice that you had on another profile, and this is just FYI, is you put something to the effect of, there's no good ladies out there anymore. Prove me wrong. Right?
Yeah.
That's another thing you don't want to say, because it skews a little negative. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So last but not least, and then I'm going to dig into pictures, and then I'm going to redo your profile. I'm going to work my magic. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to come back and we're going to shoot the other half where I've given you your profile makeover, and we're going to give it the big reveal. But first, before I let you go, Mike, I want to ask you a question. So are you open-minded if I find someone in Dallas to give you a little bit of a makeover?
Yep.
Okay, love that. I think I'd love to do a little something with your hair. Keep the mustache, don't keep the, I don't know, but I think I definitely want to do, because I think the mustache hair combo, a little Hitlerish, just a little, that's according to my 85-year-old mother. And especially with the gun so we're gonna make you look like the nice, great guy you are, so that women see that out of the gate. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's it for now. I got my work cut out for me, and then I'm gonna send you on a makeover mission.
Sounds good.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
So long.
So, Mike, yay! Here you are. You're a new person, don't you think?
I feel like a new person.
I know, my God, from your hair to your clothes. I mean, I rolled out the red carpet for you, and I gave you the full makeover. Can you do this? Give us one of these real quick. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. Okay. What do they say about your hair?
They love it.
They do? I bet they do.
They said I look 10 years younger.
Yes, you look 10 years younger. You look modern. Now you're going to be able to compete in the dating Olympics.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're definitely ready. So, I just want to break it down for everybody, what we did and how we did it. So essentially what happened was, let's rewind in our conversation here. Last we talked, when we did our first Zoom, you showed up and I mentioned that you had, sort of a Hitlerish kind of look, but you didn't even know it, right?
Yeah, I didn't.
So it's unfortunate that people will let other people walk around looking certain ways and thinking things in their mind, but not ever being willing to give them honest feedback. And you didn't know until I shared this with you. And so I think then what you did, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think then what you did, you didn't act like you were horrified, but I think you were horrified because you immediately shaved your mustache and you went back to combing your hair straight down. Is that what happened?
I did.
Yeah, because you didn't want to look like that. And you hadn't gotten your hair cut yet. So that's why you ended up sending me that one picture where you were wearing the short sleeve shirt and the tie, and you didn't have the mustache, but your hair was combed down, because that's how you used to style it before somebody then said, just slick it off to the side.
Right.
Right. And so that's how you sort of ended up with this completely unintentional, Hitler look. We'll say it one more time and then that's it. But that's no more, man. That is no more. You have come a long way, baby. And I couldn't be more happy for you. Listen, when it comes to men and their looks, I always say, I think people tend to overthink and do too much. So if you're a guy or a girl, either way, you really only need 3 good pictures. So really, we just made it work we got you a white dress shirt. We got you this beautiful light blue linen dress shirt, the leather jacket, which is a game changer for you, and then a dark blue dress shirt. Because you also had a tendency to wear short sleeve shirts, right? And I don't think you realize, but just fine tuning and putting you in a long sleeve shirt, and you can even roll up the sleeves. That's totally fine. They don't have to stay long. It just elevates your style. And it's such an easy way to just elevate you to a level of sophistication, so that then your profile, wait till everybody sees it. Hang on, everybody, you will not believe it. But my gosh, so not only did we drastically change your photos from what you had to then we did the information, which also I think now anybody that's going to look at your profile is going to say, I really want to know that guy. That guy sounds interesting. That guy looks interesting. So, it didn't take much. We ultimately went with just 3 strong photos because that's all you need. And we pulled this sucker off. We pulled it off, and I'm I couldn't be more proud of this transformation.
I love it.
I bet you do. And after today, you're actually going to be online working the new profile. And so, yeah, any ladies in the Texas area can find you on Bumble. Now, here's the thing. I did redo your profile specifically for Bumble, but you don't have to just use it on Bumble. You can take what I did, and recreate it on any of the other dating sites that you like to use. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So don't feel like you're limited. All right, so let's get to this. So there you are in the first picture. And you look so handsome and amazing. And it happens to be what you're wearing today. Because again, you don't need much, you just need a few good looks. All right. So thank you, Amanda. She put you in front of this background, and I made the decision to zoom in because I think when it is your first picture, I think it's important to have it cropped close so that somebody can see you. And one of the big things that women say over and over and over again is that they love a man who's smiling. And I'm sure, Mike, you love a woman who's smiling as well, right?
I do.
Yeah, because I hear that from
It
guys.
makes a difference in the world.
Makes a huge difference. So if you remember, your first profile photo was, oh no, it wasn't the gun. It wasn't the gun. Let me put the gun away. It was, and it was in black and white. And you know, listen, I see this constantly. So this, you're not unique here. I think people want to go, oh, look at his photos. What? No, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. So, but this is a game changer. So you went from this guy to your friend saying this was your best look that you should lead with to like this guy who's like, looks like a movie star. My mother said, he looks like a movie star, Gina. I said, I will tell him. She said, you tell him. I said, I'll tell him. So, and so what we're going to do right now, I want to walk through the photos first, and then we're going to come back and we'll walk through the information because it is the combo that I feel is really the game changer. Okay. So the second photo, we did pull a little trickaroo here. I said, go and get a suit coat. I knew that you probably weren't going to buy a suit coat because I think definitely at some point you should go and probably get a suit that's like really fitted because the other suit you had in your other dating app profile, it's not bad, but you are a man who has a really, really good job. You make money. You are, you're very, very down to earth, but you also have the potential to be more sophisticated, and you should be elevating your style to match that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think in a perfect world, it might be another trip to Nordstrom, and spend a little money to get, because you can't go wrong just with one really great, and they'll tailor it for you and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that'll take you a long, long way. But a workaround we did was you grabbed one off the rack and you put it on with the white dress shirt. Now you never know you're at Nordstrom's in this picture because Amanda put you in front of a really good background. Very cool. Good job, girl. And I cropped in a little bit as well. And you actually technically, we'll just tell the truth here. You had a tag on the one sleeve. So if you notice the way this is cropped, I cropped your arm out a little bit on one side because I'm hiding the tag. Okay. So now
I didn't steal it. I promise.
Right. No. So now it gives the illusion that you're out somewhere at like some fancy event because the back of that wall looks kind of fancy and interesting, right? You could be at a museum, you could be at an art show. So that also just elevates you. And then last but not least, you are in the light blue shirt that you've got here, but with no jacket on, right?
Yep.
And so there's those three are really all you need. A close, happy, smiling, cropped one, like we did with the leather jacket on, like you've got here. The one where you look like maybe you're at an art event and you look like a classy guy. And then the third one where you just look like a nice guy and they can see your body. They can see you're not a slob. They can see that you looks like you have good style, good taste. And that's enough. I think 100% you're going to see a dramatic shift in the women you're matching with, the women that will stick around longer to talk to you, to want to get to know you a little better. And yeah, I feel like a kid in a candy store. I'm so excited about a kid at Christmas. And then Curtis, shout out to Curtis, the greatest editor of these videos. And he and I were just like, oh my God, he was so excited as well. So I love your shoes and your jeans, and I will give you full credit for that because you already had that. So I didn't need to do anything, listen, and maybe down the road you want to get more jeans or more shoes, but don't overthink it. I think people overthink things. Less is more. Just go with simplicity. 3 looks, your shoes. I love your shoes, and I am picky about that stuff. So your shoes were great. Jeans were great. Just needed a nice long sleeve dress shirt. And again, you can even roll up the sleeves. I think that would look really good as well. But again, you were in the dressing room at Nordstrom or they're right in there. So, I mean, Come on, considering what we were working with, my God, we moved mountains here. So, okay. So now I want to get into talking about your profile information, because this was also something that you were not just, you just weren't elevating yourself enough. I mean, you did have that you were a physician's assistant, you did, but you were not telling the women that you were a volunteer fireman, which is sexy as hell. That lead, that you were burying that lead. You were not telling women that you love baby lambs and animals. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, these are all the things that women would have been like, oh my God, I want to meet that guy. All right. So, physician's assistant, volunteer firefighter. About me. And I wrote this with you, told you what to write. I'm a busy professional as a physician's assistant and a volunteer, and volunteer as a firefighter. Love to spend time on my small farm, looking for someone into personal growth, stays in shape, adventurous, loves animals, loves to travel, enjoys music. I'm in a great place in life where I'm open to any possibilities. Boom.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm ready for the adventure.
Yeah. And you know what? And the thing is, it's all true. You know, I think sometimes people want to, well, I don't know if they want to, but they do. They mislead people. They say things that they don't do. It's like this fantasy life. I mean, these are things where we talked about it. You do like music, and obviously you do love animals, and you do have this farm. And we didn't mention about your new thing about shooting thing. We just, you know, that save that for first date talk. Just after like a drink or two, tell her about that. But you know, the thing is, Mike, you are in a great place where you are open to possibilities. And I think that will resonate with women who are also in a great place. Now, when it also came to your basic info, I tell everybody, never skip over that. Now, I think originally in your About Me, you also had just ask, didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
Bad, bad, bad. I mean, that's like what I call the no effort man. It's like, why, what, with all, also combined with those photos. So with those photos you had and no information, it's like, it's not exactly like, look at it like this, right? If you were going to sell a house on the market, like, would you just put any old picture? Oh, see, you've got the dogs. Look at that. That's awesome. So, would you take any old picture of the house with any old lighting and then just post it online with no info? No, you would not.
I would not.
No, you would not, right? You've got to be able to make things seem interesting and enticing to people. So, all right. And you cannot skip any of the details. You cannot skip any of the details. So we did fill in your height, so they know how tall you are. You're active. You have a graduate degree. You're a very smart man. Drink socially, never smoke. You're looking for a relationship. Your astrological sign, you're conservative, and you're Christian. Those are important to you. Your interest, dancing and concerts. I love that. Now you sound like a fun guy. And camping and beaches and cooking. Hooray. So, okay. So then what makes a relationship great is sharing, caring, cuddling. I'm a romantic at heart. I love women who are open and into communication, personal growth, and are open to new adventures.
Yep.
Fair to say?
Perfect woman.
Right. And but you didn't put down that you're looking for the women to bait and switch you with wanting money. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't want to go there.
No, you don't want to go there. You do want to always keep it positive. So I told you to pick the question, perfect first date, because this is a really good opportunity for you to paint the picture for the lady of what a first date might look like with you, right? And I think too many times a lot of people make everything so much about them that I really, really hate the one like three truths and a lie, two truths and a lie and all that jazz. It's like, just, you know, I don't know, like joke with me on a date. That would be fun to play on a date. But on a profile, I want a man to give a woman a true glimpse into what it might look like if she dates him, because ultimately the goal here is to actually get on dates with women that you want to meet.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So you want to try a new restaurant, and if we hit it off, go listen to music. Love it. It's great. You're known for helping people, your animals, and organizing get-togethers. Oh, you got it. There's a typo there, but you'll change it.
I'll fix it.
Put get-togethers.
Oh, okay, I'll change it.
That's such an easy fix. You can come so far. It's so like, who cares? that might even get her attention. Get together. I may want to find out what that is. If he's organizing those, maybe I want to go. Anyway, so just to recap. So the first photo you had back when you were old Mike, you had the looking up to the side, and now you have the hi, I'm a great, nice, friendly guy. Look at me, and I've got great style. I might even be a movie star. And then the second picture you had was the gun, and now you have, hi, I'm sophisticated Mike in a nice suit coat, and I might even be at an art show, and I do fun things, not shoot you if I don't like it. Okay. And then we did take a picture today of you and the baby lamb, which was beyond adorable. And if it works, I say throw that sucker in the profile as well. That won't hurt you a bit. And
I'll
then
do that.
And then the last photo, we ditched your old suit photo because I wasn't crazy about the suit. Plus, you've got your new look now. So away with all the old ones. The only photo I liked of your original, which I'd love to redo at some point in your new look when it's not so muddy where you are, you said it's been raining, is the one with in front of the tire, the tractor tire. It looked fun. And I think in a perfect world, if we were not dealing with the rain that you've been having, I think in a perfect world, we would have thrown in you outside on the farm somewhere so that it shows a bit of your lifestyle. So then we would show cute movie star guy with the leather jacket. We'd show, suit guy, like at an art show, perhaps. And we'd show you just being you in a nice, still like a nice, like, I would love to maybe get you a denim shirt, maybe roll up the sleeves, because that would suit your style. And I think it would look stylish and great on you and age appropriate still. In front of the tractor on the farm. So, because lifestyle shots are great if it's the right lifestyle shot with the right look. And when it's not raining. So maybe we throw that in down the road, get you to get a photo like that. But for now, less is more. Okay, so that's your plan. You've got an optimized profile now. There is nothing stopping you except maybe two things. The women you're swiping on, which that's a little out of the realm of what we're doing here. And then the messaging. So I will touch on the messaging though, because this is really crucial. I can only help you as much as this allows. So I could get you here, but now the messaging is really where you're going to kind of make it or break it. So essentially, I got your foot in the door, but you're going to have to be able to message. So I noticed that's why I wanted you to send me some screenshots of messages you've had with women. You only sent one, which is fine. And what I noticed was that you went, because she asked you a question, didn't she? She asked you what you did or something like that about your career.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. And you answered it. And then you didn't return it with a question about her. You never in that exchange made it about her at all. You went from literally answering the question, and so that's why she didn't reply, Mike, because she had nowhere to go with it. Otherwise, I mean, she could have just continued talking about you, but it's like, yeah, people kind of like a little back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it went radio silent. And then you followed up by saying, hey, you want to get on a call? But it's like, at that point, I think she was thinking, why? You know what I mean? Like, you know, why would this guy want to get me on a call when he hasn't even asked any questions about me? So on the one hand, I do believe in not sending a million messages, but the messages that you do send, it has to be like a tennis match, right? So you want to look at her profile, and you want to see if there's anything in there that helps you start the conversation. So if she cracks open the door for you, then she asks you a question, you answer it, but you always ask her a question back. You want to kind of be a little playful, and you want to be able to keep the conversation going. I would say 3, 4 back and forth messages, not many, 3 maybe. And if it sounds like it's going good, like she's interested in you, you're interested in her, you're asking interesting questions, then you should say, hey, you seem interesting. I would love to get on a call with you, things like this.
Yeah.
And then move it along. But I think when you went from what you did for a living to, you had kind of all lost her in that space. guys will teach you stuff, male coaches will teach you stuff, based on their own theories or maybe what's worked for them, and they got one or two or three women, whatever. But the thing is, I've been working with thousands of men for over a decade, and so you have to be very careful with the bantering. You don't want to do too much. You never want to. I'll tell you what this guy did, for example, that I noticed that he thought it was cute, but she didn't think it was cute. I don't think women thought it was cute. So if a woman went silent, he would make a joke about it. Hey, cat got your tongue, or something trying to be funny, but it's that's not going to revive it. That's not going to revive it. And anytime you want to feel defensive, or you want to say, hey, not hearing back from you, you busy? That's not good either. Your best shot is to come up with something that resonates with what she's into or what she may like. So let's say it's gone silent a little, then maybe say, hey, you know what? I was noticing in your profile, you looked like you were at this restaurant. There's a new one, blah, 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 blah. It's supposed to be great. I'm planning on going to check it out. Have you been there yet? Now, so what she hears is, oh, wow, this guy likes to do fun things. I've never been to that restaurant. Okay. And it might revive the conversation. You got 3 solid photos and I'm feeling good.
Me too.
All right,
I'm
Mike.
ready.
Well,
I'm ready to put it to the test.
Are you? Okay. Let's take the car out on the road and I'm going to be texting you trying to find out how everything's going.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much for the help too.
It's been amazing. If you guys like this, subscribe, like, comment. We love your comments and your feedback, and keep it coming. And we will see you next time on another episode of Dating App Do-Overs. Bye. Well, that's it for today. You can always go to my website, GinaHendrix.com, to learn more about me. And if you are struggling on the dating apps like most people, and you want to see if I feel like I can help you, write to me at teamgina@GinaHendrix.com. Who knows, you may be chosen to be on an episode of Dating App Do-Overs, and I'll do over your entire profile for free. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll see you next time on Dating App Do-Overs.